This is Bruce Friedman of Adult Side Broker, and welcome to Adult Side Broker Talk, where each week we interview one of the movers and shakers of the adult industry, and we give you a tip on buying and selling websites. This week we'll be speaking to Jack Anderson of TrustyFans. I wanted to let you know that I'll be in Prague for the TES Affiliate Conference, September 12th through the 14th. This is one of my favorite shows, and I think everyone in the adult industry should attend. We'll be sponsoring the event as usual. You can find us in booth L17. If you go to our events section on adultsitebroker.com, we have a discount available on badges for the show. And if you'd like to get together and discuss buying and selling websites, send me a message on our website, once again, adultsitebroker.com. I'm looking forward to seeing all of my adult family there. I'd like to invite you to check out one of our projects that we're very proud of, thewaronporn.com. You'll find articles on age verification laws and more on the industry's plight in the war on porn and the numerous attacks on us. Go to thewaronporn.com and check it out. Finally, just a reminder, we're always looking for buyers and sellers of adult sites. Perhaps you've been thinking about either selling your site or buying one. Always feel free to contact me at adultsitebroker.com with any questions you may have. Now let's feature our property of the week that's for sale at Adult Site Broker. We're proud to offer a unique platform that bridges the gap between mainstream social link services like Linktree and adult content creators on platforms like OnlyFans. Their innovative approach combines a bio link with the ability to sell virtual gifts. They feature an impressive user base with a traffic volume of 250 to 300,000 visitors monthly. The site is also clean and solidly coded, ensuring a smooth user experience. Maybe best of all, the site offers completely passive income. It operates with zero active management required. Plus, there's still high growth potential. With its unique positioning and strong organic traction, the site is primed for explosive growth. OnlyFans is exploding, and this capitalizes on that trend with an existing platform, user base, and traffic. Only $950,000. Now time for this week's interview. My guest today on Adult Site Broker Talk is Jack Anderson of TrustyFans. Jack, thanks for being with us on Adult Site Broker Talk.
Hey, thank you so much, Bruce.
It's a pleasure to have you. Jack is the founder and CEO of TrustyFans, a newly launched creator discovery platform built to help adult and niche content creators get found more easily without playing the social algorithm game. With over 8 years of experience in marketing and several years in web development, Jack has led product launches and built audiences across industries ranging from manufacturing to healthcare. He now runs TrustyFans alongside his wife, Avery, where they focus on creator outreach and platform growth. The mission is simple: help creators get found faster, connect with their ideal fans, and earn more. For fans, TrustyFans offers reviews that build trust with other fans and powerful search filters like content style, body type, and kinks to help them find exactly what they're looking for. Creators can join for free with an optional upgrade to unlock advanced filters and boost visibility. TrustyFans launched in May, and creators can claim their free profile now at trustyfans.com. Jack, what inspired you to create TrustyFans?
Well, thank you for that great introduction. What inspired me was actually my wife, Avery, and I, 2 years ago. We actually wanted to get into the adult creator industry.
Oh, forever? Why did you want to get into adult? Oh, my God.
We wanted to try it. We wanted to give it a good try.
Okay.
We also were just kind of looking for a side hustle, side kind of investment to make some kind of passive income. And we started off. We created our Twitter account. We created OnlyFans, did the whole OnlyFans verification process, which, takes forever. We did that, and then we started filming content. Then I have some video editing skills, so I started editing that for hours.
So just to be clear, you guys did couples content?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Yeah. So it was fun. We had fun in the beginning. We were super excited, and after all that work, we started posting on our social media platforms. Not trying to get in trouble or anything with those platforms, but because you know how sticky they can be. So we started producing that content and posting it out there, and days went by, didn't really get interactions, maybe a like or two here and there, maybe a retweet, but we weren't getting any subscriptions. We weren't getting kind of income, and it was kind of confusing to us because we were seeing other creators out there who were making lots of income and lots of follows. And in our news feed, you could just see all these creators who are getting all this attention. And so we were confused. What are we doing wrong? Is our content not likable? Are we not likable? Just really this self-doubt. And so about 7-8 months after that, we maybe made a few fans who followed us on OnlyFans. And it was just such a grind that it became this second job to us that we just didn't want to do it anymore. So we just kind of, we just gave up, honestly. But ever since then, I always thought there had to be a better way to help creators get found.
Yeah.
To help creators just get found by fans based on exactly the kind of content that they're producing. Because right now it is really that social algorithm game where you're playing with likes, trending noises, sounds, the quick first second of the video. Did you grab the person's attention? If not, you're not going to get famous, that type of stuff. I didn't want to do that anymore. So fast forward a year later, I worked and really built this website with that goal in mind for creators to get found. And so that's kind of what you said in your introduction there was it's a search directory for adult creators to be found.
Okay. So Jack, for those who don't know, what exactly is TrustyFans and how does it work?
Sure. Yeah. TrustyFans is a creator directory that's designed for adult content creators. And it's really to help fans discover those creators based on their interests. So the ultimate goal here is to get creators found faster and gain more subscribers to their paid sites. So thinking about it in two different viewpoints. So let's think about it in the fans' point of view. In the fans' point of view, if you're trying to find kind of a new creator or someone else to subscribe to, maybe you have a very particular kink that you're into, or maybe a specific body type or something like that. Right now, it's kind of social media world is where you're going to find those people. Hopefully someone new pops on your news feed, someone recommends somebody. It's kind of just a free-for-all, in my opinion, to find a new creator there. So enter in TrustyFans. If you go to this content creator directory, you can literally click filters and search for the exact person that creates the content you like that you're looking for. So your kink, the content type, body type, anything you're kind of looking for in a content creator is going to be searchable there. So quicker, it leads you to that creator's profile, and that creator's profile page has all their social media accounts, has their paid accounts, has just pictures of who they are. So you can really get a sense of who they are and then actually go subscribe or go follow them on their social media accounts. So it's really a good way for fans to find new creators.
Okay. And then obviously on the creator standpoint.
Yep. On the creator standpoint, you are actually being found by the people who you're trying to target and trying to get found by, right? If you're creating a specific kink, you're getting those fans searching for you. They're going to find you because of what you're creating. So it's a huge win for you as a creator without trying to post a million videos on social media, hoping one of them goes viral, hoping even it gets to the right audience. Maybe some people are not into the thing you create as a creator, but now people are actually finding you. So instead of, in the world of marketing, instead of pushing out content, you're actually or pushing out subscribers, you're kind of pulling in subscribers.
And I think a lot of the reason you guys had trouble, and a lot of new creators have trouble getting any kind of business coming from OnlyFans or other such sites, is that there's so many creators now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think 2020 exploded with content creation, and especially the industry, which it makes sense. The times are hard. But it was that there's such a saturation of people. And so being able to have some way to filter out who maybe you do want or you don't want, it doesn't really exist as long as what I can find. I can't find anywhere that this exists to be able to find specifically the type of person you're looking for.
Okay. Something else, and I'm not even sure if you're aware of it. If you follow XBiz, you are. And we're recording this on June 20th, and it will run in August, just my standard disclaimer. And it was just announced, well, it was shown on XBiz. Actually, the article came from Fleshbot, now that I think about it. And it said that Google is now shadow banning OnlyFans creators.
I did not read that article, and that is very troubling for creators that I'm trying to help.
It's troubling for creators, but man, it's great for you.
Yes, but I feel bad for creators. But yeah, this would be a great solution for creators that way. I mean, if you're getting, I'm trying to imagine the Google search. So if you're searching for a creator's name, they're not going to be found that way anymore. And so yeah, how are you going to? Again, you're relying on social media.
Well, actually, you might see Pornhub, you might see something else, but if you search James Smith OnlyFans, you don't see it.
Yeah. So how are they going to get as a creator, really?
Exactly. It's pretty crazy, and it keeps getting harder, obviously.
Yes.
So
the game keeps changing too, like social media. That's what was happening with Avery and I was. Say, okay, well, let's post something that just has a little bit of skin. Oh, not allowed. It's too much. or video. Let's post a video that's a teasing video, and we get in trouble, but other creators don't, or something. It's an ever-changing game, and you never know how to be found.
It's AI, man. It's AI.
Yep.
AI, you can't talk to them. Unfortunately, you just can't talk to them. That's why I'm thinking of discontinuing my Google Workspace membership, because I have so many problems with them, and don't even think about trying to find support. It just doesn't exist. So how is TrustyFans different from sites like Linktree, OnlyFans, or social media platforms?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. So I think Linktree is great for creators because it allows them to post all their links of all their social media accounts, all their paid accounts into one place. The thing that it lacks is being able to search for creators in Linktree. So if you're trying to find Jane Doe because you know that's her name, you might find her Linktree, but if you're trying to find people just like her, you're not going to really figure that out. There's no way on Linktree to figure that out. So TrustyFans solves this by being that searchable kind of directory in that aspect. Think about OnlyFans as a content hosting platform. We're not hosting content. We're guiding traffic to people's paid content platforms. Even in OnlyFans, if you search, you need to know someone's actual username to find what their OnlyFans is. Unless they've changed anything recently, there's no way to actually filter like I'm talking about and find related type of creators. I think they have a paid system so that creators can kind of sponsor themselves up into their OnlyFans newsfeed.
I'm not sure about that, actually.
Really?
No, I don't think OnlyFans has any kind of decent search function. I think creators pretty much depend on sites like OnlyFinder for that type of thing, and the creators need to pay for those ads.
Okay, yeah, I think we're saying the same thing, just different ways. I think I agree with you, what you just said.
By the way, what's in it for you guys? I mean, what's your business model? How do you make money?
Yeah, that's a great question. We are a freemium kind of business model. And so creators can create an account for free in this very basic account. It gives you access to post one of your social links, one of your social links, one of your paid links, build a gallery there. And if you want to upgrade, you can upgrade to a yearly plan or a monthly plan. And that's where we make money in that part. And what the benefit of that is you can link all your socials. You can link all your paid sites. You can get into this really granular search. So with basic, you can get basic stuff. So people can search your gender, people can search the languages you speak, people can search your age, and one more thing. But when you upgrade, you get a ton more searchability. So you can actually start putting in your body attributes, more kinks, more content categories that you create. There's way more ways for fans to find you on that granular level.
And do the premium creators get up higher on the page?
They don't right now. Right now, how people get high on the page is purely based on ratings. So we haven't even gotten into that part yet, which is fan reviews.
Are you thinking about doing sponsored posts at any point?
Yeah, we have a lot of ideas. And so one thing is advertising. So having an advertising space at the top so creators can actually pay to be at the top. Or we are thinking to have on profile pages of people who are related. So say, just for very simplicity, a blonde woman, and you're also a blonde woman, we will put your profile page next to someone else's so that fans can see who's related, and maybe they'll like your content as well. There's a lot of ideas of how to increase the value of an upgrade.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Sounds like the sky's the limit, really.
Yeah.
What problems do adult and niche content creators face that most people overlook? And how does TrustyFans help overcome those issues?
Yeah, I think going back to that one you talked about, Google, there's shadow banning, there's deplatforming, there's complete bans that content creators deal with almost all the time.
Yeah, now on Google.
Yep, exactly. We had a TikTok account where we were doing like fun kind of dances, got in trouble, got banned. And what sucks about that so much is that you don't really get a warning when that happens, right? It's just kind of, sometimes you get like, hey, don't do that again. But sometimes like, boom, you're done.
Happened to me. Happened to me with my podcast. You know, all I said was porn star, gone.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you said porn star. Like, how crazy is that?
I should have said corn star, but you know. Yeah, I was told that later. I've got another TikTok account. It's a moving target, right?
Yeah.
What other issues do you guys help with?
I think the big thing is trust with fans. I think right now I've noticed copycat creators. So people who are pretty much illegally taking content from other content creators, legitimate ones, and pretending they're them, and then getting fans to follow them in that aspect. I've seen that a few times, and our verification process to get creators onto our platform prevents that from happening. So when a fan follows a creator or clicks on that link to go subscribe, they're going to be subscribing to that creator, and it's guaranteed that it's going to be that verified.
Verified, yeah. How can you guarantee that? What's the process like?
Yeah, so when a creator applies, they have to apply first to be on the platform. Pretty much Avery and I skim their social posts. We check out their link tree. We check out their where they are pretty much located online. We connect with the creator and we do some proof. I don't want to give anything away if someone's trying to, any competitors out there, but we pretty much do some proof points to show that they own those accounts and they're legit those people.
Interesting. Okay. How big of a problem is copycat creators?
I wish I had a stat, but I've seen the creators that I follow. I've seen one that she gets her content taken all the time, and she's posting posts. Hey, this is my only real account, and you probably have seen that too on people's bios. This is my only account. I only have Twitter. I only have Instagram. Everybody else is not, so the fact that they're willing to put stuff in their bio, it shows there's a problem out there.
Well, I know a lot of people, when I'm putting in their social links, it says, the real so-and-so. So it's obvious. And when I'll search those names, a lot of things will come up. So it looks like there's a lot of people that are trying to copy, like on X and on IG.
Yeah, and even the X, I said Twitter a second ago. I'm still used to calling it Twitter, but on X, yeah, anybody can get a verified check mark now. So now it's extra hard, especially with adult creators, who is the real person now.
Yeah, absolutely. What kind of creators are you hoping to attract to the platform?
Really, any creator that's an adult. So that can be your adult kind of creator, or like I'm talking about the not safe for work type of creator, or a safe for work creator. But it was designed for the adult, not safe for work creator based on kind of the things I was talking about before. We really want to support those creators based on kind of the history that I've had and history I've seen with other creators out there. And so anybody who is looking for more visibility, someone who's maybe they're just starting their whole journey into adult content creation and trying to get found a little bit faster, or anybody's being buried by those social algorithms that we were talking about. All those they're great people to join.
Talk about the overall challenges for new OnlyFans type creators?
Yeah, I think I can talk about it from personal experience.
Yeah.
I think it really is that discoverability, that visibility. I think a lot of there's scammers out there, unfortunately, who say they can get you a certain amount of followers who end up either their paid follower or their fake followers, the paid followers or temporary followers who follow you for, I don't know, a month or two, and then they all leave. And so your follower count's all screwed up. Or they're foreign followers, then your whole profile gets shown pretty much to a whole different country, which is not your target market of who you're trying to sell to. Lots of things can happen there. So there's that. There is the big thing that Avery and I experienced was really trying just to find people to find us, to discover us, to do that. Even, and I think a big thing too is feedback. So the people who followed us, you know, on OnlyFans, you'll get like a heart if your content's good, but you don't really understand why someone likes it or why someone is interested. So that's why I really kind of implemented that review process onto TrustyFans. So a creator can get fan reviews and fans can leave them 5-star, 3-star, whatever you have you. And we're forcing a review to actually have context. We can't just be a 5-star and not say anything, or if it's a 1-star, not say anything, because at the end of the day, if we're trying to help creators, we need to have fans give credible feedback to those creators. And so I think those are two of the main kind of issues of starting up.
Mm-hmm. Talk a little more about the review process on TrustyFans. How exactly does it work, and why did you decide to include it?
Yeah, so the review process is open to any basic level creator who's been approved onto the platform. Any fan right now can leave a review for a creator. And once they leave the review, like I mentioned, there's a character minimum. And at that point, Avery and I are reviewing every single review manually.
Really?
Yeah, we're making sure that these people are leaving reviews that follow the community guidelines, right? Like they're being respectful, they're being credible. We are making sure that it's something that the creator should hear, right? We're not trying to get racist comments or, you know, what have you, that it's not helpful to anybody to read on that site. But once we review it, regardless of the rating, if it's a 1-star and it's a legit review and it looks legit and it reads legit, we're approving that type of review. And so those reviews will be viewable by other fans. So it's building that credibility between fans. So going back to, hey, I want to discover a new creator. This one's rated 5-star. Let me read the reviews, just like you would on like a Google review. Then you're giving social proof to a creator who has never had social proof in a public aspect before.
Mm-hmm. Why did you decide to include it? I mean, you could have easily not done so.
Yeah, I thought it would make us different and it would benefit the creator. I haven't seen anything out there that really looks at the creator as legitimate social proof other than follower count. You know, oh, someone has 500,000 followers, they must be good. I wanted something to be a little bit more in depth. So if someone's reading a review, a review could be like, this content creator posts amazing content, but they only post pictures. That might be something that one fan doesn't like. They want to see more video content. It gives fans a little bit more power before they subscribe to understand what they're going to get from the creator. But also in the creator's point of view, when they're reading those, they can realize, oh, wait, people actually want more video content from me. Or, oh, wait, people actually want more photo content. I think there's like this wheel, if you will, of feedback that I haven't seen before. And I wanted to implement that into this process.
Yeah, it almost becomes like a kind of a survey type process.
Yeah. Or you can compare it to the days of, I don't know, Uber reviews or Uber, you know, like the Uber driver rates you and then you rate the creator in a way, not 100%, but it's a different system. And I wanted to see how that would work and how it would influence people from subscribing to creators.
Sure. By the way, in your process of verification, have you come across a lot of fake creators who are trying to get in?
Not yet. So since we launched a month ago, we've had legitimate creators. It's been a very easy process. Creators have been very excited to join the platform. We've been approving people within 12 hours. I thought it was going to take longer. I didn't know people really want, when they submit, they really want to be part of the platform. So it's been really rewarding, and people are super excited to be joining. So far, good. There's not been any fake creators or people trying to pretend. But I think with anything, once things starts to scale, we might start seeing something.
Yeah, What has the feedback from creators been so far? Obviously, we're a little over a month in, but what's the feedback been so far?
Yeah, we've gotten a good amount of creators on the platform so far, and we've gotten very positive feedback saying, wow, I can see how this will be super valuable once more creators on the platform. One creator said, this is going to be an amazing service, and I can't wait to start sending my fans here to start reviewing me. So it's been very rewarding. You know, I think any business that starts up, you think you have a brilliant idea, but it really is the people who you're targeting and you're trying to make it for. Once they start giving that positive feedback, it feels really good and validation that there is a problem that people are seeing. And these early adopters, if you will, are seeing that there is value here and that people would want this.
Are you going out of your way to ask for feedback?
No, these people have just given me feedback. We're pretty much saying, hey, welcome to the platform. If you have any like suggestions or anything like that, we're totally open. Yeah, in a way, yeah. But the compliments are not asked for. They're very legitimate and happy.
That's great. You've taken a creator-first approach. Why was that important to you?
I think going back to Avery and my experience, I've seen a lot of platforms out there that really, even OnlyFans, I think, was never really, it was a safe for work creator platform as I remember it. It was like workout videos and creating these subscription plans and things like that. But I feel like in the world of adult, not safe for work creators, it's very taboo. It's very hush hush, be quiet, illegal, whatever the words are you want to use. And that bothered me a lot. It still bothers me. It shouldn't be taboo. It's natural instinct to want. We shouldn't be shaming that at all. And so to be able to create content first or creator first approach of thinking of that viewpoint of natural instincts and how do we support people who are creating amazing content and doing amazing things with themselves, like that is what we wanted to do. Avery and I are very open. And obviously if we're going to create a couples OnlyFans account, we're very, very open of showing that. And so being able to give creators that kind of open door with TrustyFans saying, hey, you're welcome here and you can get found here and we're trying to help you was why we wanted to take that approach.
That's a really good domain. Did you have any trouble getting it?
If you saw the amount of names we try to come up with that were taken, we had like big, huge whiteboards filled with names. And so that name luckily wasn't taken.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't. There was a bunch of other ones that we thought were going to be gold and they were taken. We're like, shoot. But yeah, it was a good find.
What's your take, especially as somebody new, and you say you're on XBiz and you're following things. What's your take on the incredible anti-porn narrative, not only in the U.S., but also internationally now with the age verification laws and all the other legislation against our industry?
I think it's frustrating, if I'm going to put it in one word, in the viewpoint of a creator and as well as fans. Age verification to me, I guess, if you think about it, makes sense that children shouldn't be watching this type of stuff, but that's my personal view with it. But the policing of it and the requirements that it cause web development companies to kind of prove and reasonably, I think the word is like reasonably prove age, I think is what the verbiage or something is it's so kind of gray area that it just kind of gets confusing. I don't think, like I kind of mentioned a second ago, I think that sex is natural. I think feeling the way you feel, regardless of gender, is natural. I think all these things are natural. And so to have people creating laws that are pushing that down and trying to suppress it I'm not for that.
Yeah. I mean, look at all the LGBTQ plus stuff going on with this administration. It's just nuts.
Yeah. It's not needed in this world.
Are you familiar with Project 2025?
I never read it, but I know about it.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. And part of it, and this budget director of Trump's, Russell Voigt, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, and I don't care, biggest asshole on the planet. Well, maybe Trump is, but who knows? Anyway, I don't know if you heard this, but you can Google it and find it. This guy was caught on hidden camera saying that they were going to use the age verification laws to go through the back door and get rid of porn.
Wow. Doesn't surprise me based on administration, but that is sneaky and just, again, frustrating.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's frustrating is a understatement. We've always had attacks on the industry. This is nothing new. The religious right has always been against us, which is really funny because they're our best customers.
Yeah.
The old moral majority in the Reagan era and all of that. But I don't think it's ever been worse, really. I spend a lot of time talking to attorneys on this podcast and people from the Free Speech Coalition who do a wonderful job protecting our industry against these attacks. And as I try to do as much as possible, I give people the encouragement to give to the Free Speech Coalition because it's certainly worthwhile. We're sponsors and very proud to be. So anyway, but if people listen to this podcast, they're going to hear a lot from lawyers about these laws. They're going to hear a lot from the Free Speech Coalition. And we had a woman on, I forget the name of the organization, but they filed an amicus brief against the state of Texas and Free Speech Coalition versus Texas in that case with the age verification law that very soon, and by the time this runs, it will have been decided by the Supreme Court. And Lisa Famia was the guest, and it's very interesting. It's one you should probably check out. What's been the biggest challenge so far in launching TrustyFans?
I think Avery and I laugh about this because it's literally the same challenge that we had when we tried to launch our own platform. And so it's visibility has been the biggest challenge for us. We obviously have our social media profiles out there. Trying to get part of that algorithm, like every other creator is trying to do, has been the big challenge. We've put out a few press releases, and so luckily they've been picked up by XBiz and AVN, which has been great. And then reaching out to people, obviously like you, Bruce, seeing people who are interested in talking to us, just so we can explain what we're doing, what the platform is.
Don't forget why not. They're very creator oriented.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll reach out to them. Yeah, so that has been the biggest challenge so far of doing that. We've run into some technical problems too, where our IP was listed in the wrong country, and so we had to fix all that good stuff. So it's been fun, I guess, as a startup business, but I think we've overcome a lot of stuff within a month. We have lots of learning that have happened in a month, and I think once we start getting our name out and the message out, and people can hear this creator first directory, I think we'll start seeing some more improvements.
Well, fortunately, you've got a technical background, right? So that makes things a little bit easier.
That's true. It does. Did
you develop the site yourself?
No, we worked with a third party, but I think my development background really helped guide the project. It really helped. I'm creating user stories. I'm creating technical jargon. This shouldn't be like this. This needs to go here. This div, this HTML element needs to go over here. So being able to just really communicate the language of a developer to another developer, I think while I was doing that, I realized, oh, wow, this is actually very helpful to create this website.
Absolutely. How much did launching previous businesses help with this?
It helped a bunch. Marketing, I'm still in my vanilla job. I'm a marketer. And so right now, AI search is obviously a huge thing. How do you get found in ChatGPT? How do you get found in Google's AI search? All that good stuff. And so being able to bring these elements that I'm currently working on my day job into this job is super helpful and only can benefit the creators that we're supporting.
It's interesting. I'm starting to get leads from ChatGPT.
Oh, you can see that? That's cool.
Well, yeah, because I ask where they heard about us on the contact page, and I think most people just put Google by rote, and probably most people do find us by Google. But yeah, ChatGPT's come up a few times now.
Yeah, it's interesting what it decides to find and how it promotes people.
It likes us. It really likes us.
You have some authority. You have some domain authority going on.
Oh, yeah, big time. Well, yeah, for a long time.
Yeah.
I think we've been up 15, 17 years. So, yeah, we certainly should. And we've got a brand new website, which looks really nice. By the way, your site is beautiful. That's a really nice site.
Thank you very much. It was a lot of Avery's eye. I'm not too fancy with the design part of things, but she was like, this should look pretty. This should look elements here and this, so she really helped make it beautify it, if that's the word.
No, that's fantastic. Where do you see TrustyFans going over the next year or two?
I really want it to be a place of trust for creators and fans together. I want, obviously, it to explode with creators that are on there. But I also want to give more searchability, more like what I mean by that is advanced filtering to find other creators on a granular level that other platforms can't and I haven't even thought of, but just building off the recommendations of what other creators are saying. Building analytics tools. So I know Linktree has a great analytics kind of feature once you pay a premium for that. But I want to include it in kind of our updates and being able to see where people are coming from, the traffic insights, where people are going to, how many times people are clicking on your paid site, but maybe not subscribing. Maybe that tells a creator a different story, like what they saw on your profile. It's not what they're seeing on your OnlyFans account or something. I think there's a lot of gaps that can be filled based on like my marketing background of what a creator, maybe we can simplify that for creators to have them understand that. And yeah, I really admire the work that SEO, Sex Workers SEO is doing with kind of her blog posts and things like that. Yeah. So trying to implement more of that and like best tips and best tricks and building this really big community for content creators is what I hope to do in the next couple of years.
Yeah, no, most definitely. By the way, you mentioned you've got a straight job. How hard is it to both be doing that and operate TrustyFans?
It's a grind. It is what they say it is when you open a startup. It's a grind. I'm staying up all night, really trying to make sure the site's working. Especially in the beginning when it was just launching, I'm like staring at Google Analytics, like how many people joined, or who's following, or who's, and obviously it just launched, so we're not getting much traffic. But that's Avery too. We're both literally we have a monitor in the office that's dedicated to Google Analytics, just sitting there in the real time view and seeing when people get on the platform and seeing what they're clicking on and what they're, what are people interested in. I think that's what we're very interested in. But yeah, it's the job I do right now is very time consuming, takes a lot of brain power, a lot of, like I mentioned, analytic skills. So I'm constantly my brain never turns off with thinking about either how I'm doing my regular job or how I'm going to make creators a better life.
That'll give you a headache.
It does. That's why running, I think we were talking about in the beginning.
Yeah, we were talking about exercise before we started this, right?
Yeah. Running has helped a lot because I can kind of just zone out and run a couple miles. I'm like, oh, okay, I can do this.
I used to run, but my body won't let me anymore ever since I was like in my 30s, which was a very long time ago.
But you're walking forever, it sounds like.
Yeah. Doing my power walk for 80 minutes a day, and I've got beautiful Jomtien Beach here in Thailand as a scene. So when it's a day like today with the waves really being choppy, it was really quite gorgeous.
I can imagine. Wow.
Get on out here, man. We'll walk together.
That would be fun.
So what advice would you give to new or up-and-coming creators trying to grow their audience besides join TrustyFans, of course?
Right. I was going to say that's the number one thing I was going to mention. Besides that, I think there's a few things I could give advice about. I think just don't rely on one platform. So you obviously have all these social media platforms out there. There's pros and cons with all of them. X, if you upgrade, you get a certain character limit that's different than if you don't upgrade. Instagram obviously gives you great visibility with video and pictures. TikTok is great with trends. So don't limit yourself on one platform. You do have to diversify. I think make it easy for fans to follow you, even though TrustyFans is that collection of reviews, search directory, and technically kind of a link tree because you can link all your social accounts there as well. If you don't want to go our route for some reason, having that link tree or something that consolidates all your links and being able to be found, I think is a good suggestion for me. And then I think being consistent, I think that's what the hard part for Avery and I was when we first started, was just the consistency of post twice a week, post 3 times a week, because it does get tiring. It does get kind of annoying and sometimes like, oh man, like I don't even know what to post about today, but having that consistency, because that's important. And then again, authenticity, be yourself. I think that's why a lot of people follow and subscribe to people. It's not just based on looks, but based on who they are as a person.
Yeah. And it's gotta be frustrating as hell to do all this work and not get the return from it.
Right. That's why we stopped. That's why Avery and I stopped doing it. But I think that's why TrustyFans is just set up in a way that could help creators that are starting out, being found in a way that you couldn't be found before. That's what the message really is.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. It sounds like a great tool for people. By the way, how are you marketing it besides what you talked about?
Right now, that's the viewpoints that I'm marketing is really doing what I'm just told the startup people to do. Post, be consistent on on X and Instagram on social media, reaching out to news media outlets. So that's why XBiz and AVN, reaching out to the directory on XBiz. That's how I actually found you, Bruce, was through that directory, trying to see, who wants to take the story and who wants to see what this platform can do. Also, what we're doing is when creators join, we are creating a free post that says, hey, I just joined TrustyFans, or hey, we just had creator X join, and have them share that onto their platform to try to have exposure to share that with them.
It's big time. That's very important, by the way.
Okay. Yeah. So that's what we're trying to really do is tap into the creators network because it's only benefiting the creator, right? So tapping into that network and providing kind of free resources. Like I said, I have kind of background, a little bit of videography and a little bit of kind of Photoshop and things like that. So I've been creating kind of free assets for creators saying, here, you can use this to go post on your social media accounts if you'd like.
Yeah. And let's face it, creators follow creators on platforms like X and IG. And if they see positive things about TrustyFans, they're going to check you out.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're hoping. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's very important. What's your take on the overall creator economy, where it started and where it is today?
So when we started, it was around 2022, but obviously I've been kind of looking at this world for a while. I think it was kind of where it started was, let's just see if I get found type mentality.
Well, I mean, the real boom started in 2020 with the pandemic.
Yeah. And I think that's because of economic hardship is why I'm assuming that really happened, where that big boom was. Well, how am I going to make money? How am I going to make ends meet? And it was maybe out of necessity why a lot of people created their OnlyFans account or try to get OnlyFans. Now I think it's almost become, I don't want to say standard, but I think a lot of people kind of default to it. Like, I'm not going to go to college. I might as well open an OnlyFans account and make more money that way. I've heard that conversation on social before. So I've seen the viewpoint change from more taboo and, I guess I got to do this because I have to make some kind of income, to, hey, I'm just going to do this. Why am I going to pay thousands of dollars to go to college when I can just make some awesome content?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's hope it keeps growing. It'll only be good for people like you.
Yeah.
So last question, how can people get started on TrustyFans and what's the best first step?
Yeah, creators can get started just going back to trustyfans.com. And you can, there's just a button right there on the homepage, get started and join now. And then you can fill out this really quick 2-minute form that is really trying to figure out what's your social media profile, what kind of content do you create. It's very simple, and it helps Avery and I really find your social media accounts. It helps us verify you as a creator. And like I mentioned, that's been taking less than 12 hours right now. And so we're on it. Once we get a submission, we're on it, trying to get people verified as quick as possible. Once they get verified, then you can upload your links. You can tag your kind of content, the kinks that you create. You can upload photos to our gallery. You can even start collecting fan reviews if you want to start sending fans over to your profile. So it's live right when we give you your approval letter as a fan.
That's awesome. Jack, I'd like to thank you for being our guest today on Adult Site Broker Talk, and I hope we'll get a chance to do this again soon.
Thank you so much, Bruce. It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure is all mine.
My broker tip today is part 3 of what to do to make your site more valuable for when you decide to sell it later. Last week, we talked about making a good offer and how to structure your site. Next, keep your website design up to date. Do a redesign from time to time. People will tend to think your site is the same as ever and click out of it without even looking at it if something doesn't change. So keep it fresh and up to date. Times change, so should your website. Look at what your competitors are doing and see what it is you really like. If you know a site to be successful, look at what it is they're doing and do some of the same things. I'm not saying copy their sites. I'm just suggesting you improve your site by looking around a bit. You've got to keep up with the times or you'll end up being left behind. Also, keep an eye on your competition and make sure you're offering everything on your site that they are or more. Don't just look at their design, but make sure your offers are good and competitive. The same goes for your content. Do you ever wonder why one site does well and others don't? Check out the competition's content. What are they doing that you're not doing? Be willing to make changes. People can't understand why they're losing sales to a competitor, yet the competitor is clearly doing everything better. Emulate success. Make sure everything on your website works well. Make sure all your links work properly. Check them on a regular basis. If things don't work, you'll lose customers. People are not patient these days. People's attention spans are like that of a gnat. They click out immediately and go to the next result in Google if they don't find what they're looking for, if the site is hard to navigate, or if things don't work. Check all your internal scripts and plugins and make sure they're updated regularly as well. We'll talk about this subject more next week. And next week we'll be speaking with creator Bull Boss Josh. And that's it for this week's Adult Site Broker Talk. I'd once again like to thank my guest, Jack Anderson of TrustyFans. Talk to you again next week on Adult Site Broker Talk. I'm Bruce Friedman.